tax reform, if you're going to do it and do it right, you should be cutting taxes. That way, even if somebody ends up paying a larger share of the taxes, they still aren't paying more than they were before, or the overall bill, when you get done with it, leaves them with less that they're having to pay. But when you're trying to raise taxes by $500 million and you end up raising them by $623 million the first year and by more than $850 million in the second year, that's not reform, that's a tax increase. And that's what we have here. We have higher income taxes, higher business taxes, higher sales taxes, higher alcohol taxes, higher cigarette taxes. I'm sure I missed something else that's higher, but it's generally it's a tax increase. They just are trying to spin it as something else.
When I was asked this question about what I thought about the tax reform plan, one of the answers that I had was that you're skewing the whole process if you start with the assumption that we're not just reforming the tax system, we're reforming it so that we can get a certain amount of increased tax revenue. How does that throw off the whole process of making the fairest system we can?
Well, it starts you off looking at the wrong thing. If what you're trying to do is come up with a better way to raise revenue and with a broader base and lower rates, something that makes it easier for people to understand what's going on,